So how to get around that? How do you shift the way you feel? In other words, we used to play a lot as we had written the book when it had recently been written, ask and it is given. And we aren't kidding about it. When you ask, it is given. And we teased that people would say that can't be true. Where's my stuff? Because I know I've been asking, where is it? And we say it's waiting for you in this vibrational reality, waiting for you to stop dominantly believing that it isn't there. It's the same thing that you can't find something that you believe is lost. You have to get distracted from it where you're no longer keeping active that vibration that you can't find it. And when you get distracted, it turns right up in your experience. Because when you ask, it is given, but the path of least resistance has to do with the resistance, you see. So how does someone change a belief about something to allow what they want in? Well, the way you do it is by reaching for thoughts that feel increasingly better to you. You feel your way into alignment. It seems rational to most people to just tell it like it is. And we say, if you continue to tell it like it is, if you continue to speak of the shortage of time, then the shortage of time will continue to be dominant in your experience. So you have to stop telling that story and tell a different story. And some people say, well, it makes me uncomfortable when I just make up a whole big old fib over something. And we say, well, then tell the fib in the way that doesn't upset you. In other words, talk about your joy of writing rather than your lack of time. Talk about the power of alignment rather than your lack of time. Talk about the exhilaration you get from writing rather than your lack of time. Talk about how time does begin to show itself to you more and more. Talk about how everybody has the same 24 hours. Talk about how you can spend 24 hours in alignment or 24 hours out of alignment, and the in alignment time is ever so much more productive. Talk about the laws of the universe. In other words, we've noticed that usually the more specific you are, the more resistant you are. And the more general you are, the less resistant you are. So just keep stepping back into more and more general statements until you find yourself in alignment with who you are. For example, I can feel the power of my alignment when I accomplish it. And I've discovered that I can accomplish alignment anytime I decide to. And I'm learning that no matter what I'm doing, I have the ability to reach for alignment factors within it. Okay. So it doesn't really matter what I'm doing or where I'm doing it or who I'm doing it with. I can focus myself into alignment. Everything that I want is because I think I will feel better in the having of it. And by reaching for alignment, I feel better first. That's what we were saying, get in the vortex and then think, get in the vortex and then write. In other words, just make general statements. This is something that all of you are in a position to do more clearly now than ever before. Because now, even though you might not be in a position where you can stop doing what you're doing in order to do something else you want to do, a lot of you feel that that's the position you're in. You now have understanding of the laws of the universe. In other words, you now can speak and feel and know about the vortex. You can say, I'm an extension of source energy, and through the power of my focus, I can be outside the vortex and therefore less productive, or inside the vortex and therefore more productive. I can be outside the vortex and feel less good, or I can be inside the vortex and feel supremely good. I have the power to focus myself into the vortex no matter what, all day, every day. I am an extension of source energy. The larger part of me is already in the vortex. The larger part of me is calling me there. When I feel negative emotion, it just means I'm not going. When I feel positive emotion, it means I'm moving in the direction of it. I have this guidance that is always there for me. I believe in the laws of the universe. I believe that law of attraction is consistent. I believe that my life has caused me to ask for things that are all queued up for me vibrationally. I believe that my guidance lets me know, my emotional guidance, whether I'm in the vicinity of it or not. I believe that when I'm fearful, I'm further from the vortex. I believe that when I'm angry, I'm not as far, but still far from the vortex. When I'm overwhelmed, I'm still pretty far from the vortex. When I'm hopeful, I'm right on the verge of the vortex. If I can be hopeful, the vortex will take me in. Take me in. Now I'm believing. Now I'm in the vortex. I understand the laws of the universe. I understand the eternal nature of my being. I understand that I'm spiritual no matter what. I understand that source energy is always there, wrapped around all that I have become. I understand that my emotions are my indicator of how well aligned or not aligned I am. I understand that my work is to close this gap. I understand that there are things that I can focus upon that will take me right in the vortex, and things I can focus upon that will take me right out of the vortex. I understand that nothing is more important than that I be in the vortex. There are so many things that I've been worried about that I can't do anything about. All of these uncontrollable components, I've decided to stop trying to control the uncontrollable and control something that I can control, which is my proximity to the vortex. I can tell a better feeling story. I can. I can't change that and that and that and that, but I can tell a better feeling story. And when I tell a better feeling story, now I'm in the vortex where everything that I want is. And when I'm in the vortex, now the world looks different, the world feels different, I rendezvous with different things. Even time is different from inside the vortex, you say.